Hello and welcome to National Focus. I am Julian Morris. In the headlines, Prime Minister Skerrit extends condolences to Venezuela after devastating earthquakes. Loubière Bagatelle road project advances, and Soufrière Scottshead Marine Reserve Day celebrated. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
October is just around the corner. Time is running out. Get confirmed today.
Welcome back. Prime Minister the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit has extended condolences to the government and the people of Venezuela following the devastating earthquakes that struck Caracas on Wednesday. In a social media post, the Prime Minister said he was saddened by reports of widespread destruction and loss of life resulting from the two powerful earthquakes. The Prime Minister conveyed the sympathies of the government and people of Dominica to the families affected by the tragedy and expressed solidarity with Venezuela during this difficult period. He noted that Venezuela remains a close neighbor and a friend of Dominica and affirmed the country's willingness to provide support where possible. Prime Minister Skerrit also acknowledged the efforts of emergency personnel responding to the disaster and wished the Venezuelan people courage and strength in the days ahead. Two powerful earthquakes struck Venezuela near capital Caracas, leaving at least 164 people dead and close to 1,000 injured. Rescue teams are continuing the search and recovery operations in Caracas and the nearby coastal city of La Guaira, where people have reportedly been heard calling for help from beneath the collapsed buildings. The first quake, measured at magnitude 7.2, was followed seconds later by a stronger 7.5 magnitude tremor, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Both earthquakes are shallow, a factor that significantly increased their level of destruction. Venezuela sits on a major tectonic boundary where two plates meet, and officials say the quakes were likely triggered by a sudden release of pressure along that fault line. A state of emergency has been declared, with several countries already pledging support for ongoing rescue and relief efforts. The disaster comes amid heightened political tension in the country as Venezuela navigates a shifting international landscape following recent developments in its relationship with the United States. The Loubière to Bagatelle Road and Bridge Rehabilitation Project is moving forward, with work continuing along the critical southern corridor. The project, which is being implemented in phases, focuses on improving approximately 10 to 11 kilometers of roadway. Works include road widening and resurfacing, slope stabilization, upgraded drainage systems, and the construction and replacement of bridges and culverts. A key component of the project is the Mitchum Bridge, which is now nearing completion.
We are on location at the Mitchum Bridge. This bridge is around 44-meter clear span. We have completed the foundation and abutment work. We've completed the major superstructure works. We are presently doing the finishing touches to that structure in terms of putting handrails. Then we have to get the asphalt topping, lights, markings, minor things that has to be done still. We also have to do some clearing under the bridge, where we'll be doing some rock revetment to protect the structure itself also. So that is ongoing, which is a similar process for all the other bridges that we have under construction at this time. That is the Loubière Bridge at Madrel, the Brewery Bridge, and the Pichler Bridge.
Mr. Flosak says all the bridges under construction are at an advanced stage of completion. He anticipates that all of them will be completed by September.
We are presently working on the highway works, where we are doing highway drainage, and we're doing some slope stabilization works between Bellevue and Pichelay. We have completed, I would say, 50% of that work in terms of the sub-base preparation drainage works for that area. So work is ongoing in that area, and that is steadily in progress.
The Loubière to Bagatelle Road and Bridge Rehabilitation Project is a major infrastructure upgrade aimed at strengthening one of Dominica's most important transport corridors, linking Roseau to communities in the south. Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture with responsibility for fisheries and the blue economy, Honorable Julian Defoe, says he's pleased that the ministry has resumed the Soufrière Marine Reserve Day. The annual activity, which promotes public awareness of marine conservation, was disrupted following Hurricane Maria 9 years ago.
Today I am very elated to welcome back, after a disruption by Hurricane Maria 9 years ago, the resumption of the SSMR Day. Though we are starting much on a local level, we had invited the schools from the south, but generally our SSMR Day would have encompassed the schools, primary schools from the entire island across Dominica. So I'm very happy so that we have finally resumed SSMR Day, a very important day that we can highlight the importance of marine conservation, preservation, and also opportunities. And the reason I say opportunities, Mr. Norman mentioned that most of us are unaware of the opportunities and the livelihoods that exist in the marine environment.
The Soufrière Marine Reserve Day was first launched in 1998. The reserve is the first of its kind established in Dominica by government, aimed at safeguarding the island's marine environmental integrity.
This is just about 4.9 kilometers square, so this is not that large, okay? And you know the government of Dominica being very proud of its environment, because the land space, the country in Dominica, the land as you know it, we have 22% of the land being reserved. As you know, you have heard of the Mount Papito National Park and other forest reserve. So 22% of Dominica, which is 754 square kilometers, is under protection. But now the marine reserve is only 4.9 kilometers square. But anybody know what is the general size of Dominica's waters? It's exclusive economic zone. So we have over 28,500 square kilometers of water. So listen to what the land is, 754. And the ocean that we have, which belongs to us, is more than 28,500. This government has been very proactive in demonstrating to the world that we meant what we say post-Hurricane 11, that we would become the first climate resilient nation in the world, but not only thinking about infrastructure, but how we deal and we care for our marine environment.
Honorable Defoe noted that the reserve covers approximately 4.9 square kilometers, emphasizing that its protection reflects how seriously Dominica values its marine environment. He also highlighted government's ongoing commitment to marine conservation, including plans announced in 2023 to establish the world's first sperm whale reserve.
Last year in October 2025, we went to Parliament and passed legislation for the establishment of the first sperm whale reserve in the whole entire world that spans the entire west coast of Dominica. How many people here know about that? Okay, some people know. And do you know, so the size of this sperm whale reserve is 1,231 square kilometers. Remember that I said the SSMR is only 4.9, but the sperm whale reserve on the entire west coast of Dominica is 1,231 square kilometers. So therefore now, the government have increased the coverage or the area of marine water under protection from more than 0.05% to now about 4.3%.
You are watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. Matthew St. Rose of Kings Hill is one of Dominica's newest centenarians. Mr. St. Rose celebrated his birthday with a church ceremony attended by family members, friends, and government representatives who joined in making the milestone, or observing the milestone. Minister with responsibility for social services and senior security, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, congratulated Mr. St. Rose on this major milestone.
On behalf of the government and people of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and in my capacity as Minister with responsibility for social services and senior security, I extend heartfelt congratulations to Mr. St. Rose on reaching this extraordinary centenarian milestone. 100 years is more than a measure of time. It is a testament to resilience, faith, perseverance, and the countless experiences that shape a life well lived. Mr. St. Rose has witnessed a century of change, growth, challenges, and triumphs. Through it all, he has remained a cherished member of his family, community, and nation. Today, we celebrate not only his longevity, but also the legacy he leaves for future generations.
Government continues to honor the contributions of the country's senior citizens who played an impactful role in the development of the country.
His life stands as a reminder of the importance of hard work, commitment to family, service to community, and unwavering faith in God. The wisdom gained over 100 years is a treasure that cannot be measured, and we are grateful for the example he continues to set. As a ministry, we recognize the invaluable contributions of our senior citizens. Their stories teach us where we have come from, and their experiences help guide where we are going. It is therefore our responsibility to ensure that our seniors are respected, protected, and supported so that they may continue to live with dignity and purpose.
Dr. Williams thanked all those who played a part in ensuring Mr. St. Rose met his milestone happy and healthy, noting that their service to Mr. St. Rose reflects the values that Dominica upholds. She added that the celebration is a reflection of the lives he has touched over the years.
Mr. St. Rose, today your family, friends, and community gather around you with love and admiration. We celebrate your strength, your journey, and the many lives you have touched. Your life has been a blessing not only to your family, but to your community and to our nation. You have shown us what it means to live with purpose, to love deeply, to work honestly, and to face life's challenges with courage and grace. So on behalf of the government and people of Dominica, we thank you. Thank you for the example you have set. Thank you for the sacrifices you made so that others could flourish. Thank you for the kindness you extended, the values you upheld, and the legacy you leave for the future generations.
Meanwhile, President of Dominica, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, stated that citizens must play their part in the caring for of the country's elderly, or rather in caring for the country's elderly.
We really want everybody, every single one of us, whenever we see an elderly person or a retired person, if we can lend a hand, that's the best thing that we can do. And respect, give them the respect that they deserve, because they've gone before us, they know more than us, they have the experiences that they can share with us, and we need to honor one and respect, because that's what the Lord says.
And now your weather update. The Atlantic high pressure system will remain dominant across the area during the next 24 hours, resulting in occasionally breezy conditions and a relatively dry atmosphere. A few low-level clouds moving westward are forecast to provide occasional cloudiness with brief showers during the period. Moderate to poor air qualities forecast throughout the day. People with respiratory sensitivities should take the necessary precautions. Mariners are advised to carry navigational devices as a result of reduced visibility at sea. Sea conditions are expected to remain moderate during the next 24 hours. Waves are forecast to reach around 5 feet along the western coast and up to 8 feet along the eastern coast. A small craft advisory remains in effect. Small craft operators and seabathers are advised to continue to exercise caution. Meanwhile, a westward moving tropical wave in the central tropical Atlantic is expected to approach the area during the weekend. We'll continue to monitor and provide updates. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production Team, I am Julian Morris. Thanks for watching.